Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Last Train Home. Thank you for continuing this series. If you guys like it, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see the continuing episodes. Let's jump straight back into it. We're continuing where we left off in the last episode, and we're sending the train onwards to the next station. Captain, as you're aware, we're low on some of the critical supplies. We got some in Sukunichi, but not nearly enough, and we've got a long way to go. There is a village ahead called Kaluga. Send a squad there and have them buy more food and herbs if they have some. Alright, so looks like there's a little village there across the river, so we'll stop the train once we've gotten past the river and we'll send some soldiers over. Alright, let's select a squad. I'm not really too sure what makes a good squad or not, but we'll just send this one out. It's got the avaricious trait, they both do, so I don't think it matters too much. Let's just deploy this one. Welcome, soldiers. What brings you here in these trying times? We've come to trade. We need food and herbs to treat the sick and wounded. I see. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. The boys of the Red Army have already taken away all the extra food we had. Military requisition, they said. For the good of the state, you see. But you can visit Ilja's store. He's a good lad. He'll have something you can use. One would think that everything would calm down at the Great War is over, but they recruit and requisition just like they are getting ready for another war. We don't hear much here, but I'm worried. Alright, I don't really know what is good to buy or sell, so we're probably just gonna leave it for now. But we'll have a look. They did say we need herbs, so maybe we'll grab a couple of that. I don't really know what it's used for. It is for research. Even though the dialogue was kind of saying it's for medicine, but again, I don't know. So it looks like our destination is just over here. Nice big city, Moscow. Engine malfunction. Looks like our engine's broken down. The damn thing broke again. Captain assigned some workers to fix the locomotive so we can continue to Moscow. And there's no point in waiting aimlessly for the repairs to finish, so let's take advantage of that. Send a squad to look for more supplies. We've got a long way to go, and we need to make the most of every moment. I hope we don't have any more surprises today. I don't have a good feeling about the meeting with the general. Alright, so it looks like we're just going through a bit more of the overworld tutorial side of things. So we've got a forest and a lake that we've got to send some squads out to, as well as resolve the engine malfunction as well. So let's put some squads together and send them on. So it looks like we just have to match the traits to get more resources, I'm assuming. So I'm assuming the traits are bound to every person, and just have to try and match it up as best to the different scenarios as we can. Alright, so it looks like that second squad wasn't really suited with the skills. We might just wait for that first one to get back. let's deal with the train repair. So we'll get a day squad assigned to deal with the engine malfunction. Alright, there we go. One for day and one for night. Let's see how the overworld squad is going. We're almost there. Should be there any second now. There we go. We've reached the gathered side, gather what was usable. Maximilian got some game. Antonio found some herbs. Joseph twisted an ankle, unfortunately. Unlucky. Right, they got a bit of XP, bit of food, bit of herbs. Let's get them on over to this lake. Looks like we can just reroute them, so let's do that. What we might do as well is try and maybe move them train up forward to the lake, so once they're done there, they don't have as far to go. I'm sure the engine malfunction should be cleared up soon, so let's just quickly check on that. 1 minute left, so they should be able to finish this repair and move up closer to the lake. By the time they get there, this train should be ready to go. So they're almost there. Train should be up and running, and then we'll be able to head to our final destination there. Alright, we've picked up the boys from the lake. Let's keep going on to Moscow. Alright, so we're coming into Moscow now. The mission was 4 out of 4 stars for difficulty, so I feel like this is the introductory part of the game, doing like a bit of a tutorial. So I feel like a lot of the train components, I saw that they were fully upgraded. You know, the artillery, the medical station, I feel like all of that's probably going to get reset, and we're probably going to get a fresh train to start fresh. Because I feel like obviously something like the artillery is quite overpowered, so let's have a look and see how this turns out. We'll try our best to succeed, but I feel like it's destined to... Yeah, there we go. Thick black plumes of smoke rise to meet the storm clouds overhead. Moscow is on fire. Through the pouring rain you can hear the gunfire. Major Gusnik moves from car to car, pulling senior officers aside for a briefing at the rear of the train as it slows to the city station. Alright, as you can see outside, the situation isn't good. There's fighting in the streets of Moscow. It's nothing short of a civil war. But we have our orders. We must go in and meet Cap without Captain Langer and his unit. So we are to locate Captain Langer and then depart Moscow together. This should be quick and easy, right? Let's assemble the squad and go into the city. Do not underestimate the danger. One stray bullet and we'll be in the middle of a bloodbath. Oh, and for God's sake, don't shoot first. We don't want to make things any worse. Is that clear? You'll be fine, Captain. Assign some soldiers for the mission. I trust your judgment. Have them locate like Captain Lang as quick as possible and have your wits about you. Alright, let's just quickly assign everyone we've got and let's jump into the mission.
Čo to? Major, ten vlak sa rúti plnou parou priamo proti nám.
Do pekla červený do nás tu narazit. Legionári, pripravte sa!
Generál Morozov.
Měl jsem pocit, že se opět setkáme.
Ste klamár a zbabelec.
Jak to?
Zničiť vlak plný vojakov na cestě domů, keď naše národy mezi sebou nebojují.
Dovolte mi připomenout, že jsem vám dal na výběr, majore. Když složíte zbraně, můžete Sibirš překročit míru. Je to víc než spravedlivé a ta nabídka pořád platí. Ovšem bez vlaku. A teď svojednoce neříte, aby se vzdala.
Viete, že to neurobím.
Věrný až do horského konce. To respektuji. Bůh žehnej vaši duši, bratře Gazdíku.
installmentě kapitána Langera. Musíme se dostať do Vladivostoku.
Zavraždili majora Gazdíka. Toto nemôžeme nechať bez odplaty.
Alright, so that definitely was a twist. Let's get our soldiers moving, see if we can catch that guy. As expected though, the train did crash, so I'm assuming
Postarám se o to.
we're going to be hunting for a new one at some stage in this mission. Alright, that's our first enemy down. I'm sure there'll be many more. Let's move up here. I'd like to keep my unit together, I don't really know what to expect. So if everyone's together and taking shots, I feel like we have a better chance. Alright, here's the next group. Everyone's in full cover. I think what I really like about this game is it plays kind of like XCOM, but I've always had a bit of a problem with turn-based games. I've never really just been able to get into it, and the fact that this is real-time but has the same kind of strategic setup as a game like XCOM, I think that's what kind of does it for me. I'm really enjoying this.
Vidím nepřítele. To by šlo. Ano, pane.
Here's another small patrol. We'll quickly dispatch them.
Tenhle je můj. Dobře, jdu tam.
Zabíjet.
Vidím nepриятеля.
Ano.
Alright, here's another small patrol of enemies, so we'll quickly get into cover and try and take them out. It definitely looks like gunfire doesn't attract everyone map wide. I don't know if that's just because it's specific to this mission or if there is kind of like a limited range to how far combat attracts the enemies, so definitely keep an eye out on that.
Nepřátelské vozidlo.
Obviously, like, I do enjoy stealth mechanics, but
Tak čo teraz? Do toho zbabelca necháme len tak utiecť?
Major Gazdík by nechtěl, abychom riskovali životy jen kvůli pomstě. Měli bychom najít kapitána Langera. Podle původních rozkazů. Už nějakou dobu je nasazen v Moskvě a určitě bude vědět o způsobu, jak se odsud dostat.
alright, so we're not going to engage it. They have a lot of machine guns and stuff, and I feel like at this point in time we have to try and preserve as many of our men as possible. We don't want to be losing them, given that the train just crashed and probably lost quite a bit of men, so
Čekám. Měním
we're not going to
pozici.
risk anything unnecessarily.
Sem zaujímám pozici.
Nepřítel spustil poplach.
Pane! Vidím nepřítel! Podívám se. Ano? Podívám se. Nepřítel! Ano? Poslouchám.
The sniper is having a little bit of trouble dealing with this guy, but he's got a lower defense than we have, so it's just a matter of time until he's dealt with, I'm sure.
Povídejte. Čekám. Je to jen škrábnutí. Rozkazy? Útočím!
Připravenější už nebudu.
I think he's the last one left, so let's just get everyone to shoot at him. Oh, there we go.
Rozumím! Zaujímám pozici.
It looks like we've got another small squad here, so we'll line up and try and engage them.
Budeš žít. Měním pozici.
Poslouchám.
Right, it looks like the sniper doesn't really have any range, so we might have to move up. There's only two of them, so it should be quick.
Zaměřuju.
go. They didn't even get a chance to fire off a shot. Looks like the AI try to find cover before they engage if they can. Doesn't really work out for those two guys. Alright, so it looks like we found Captain Langer over here, just across from where all those enemies were.
Ano,
Let's chat to him.
rozumím.
Kde je major Gazdík?
Rozkazy? Rozumím. Čekám.
Alright, let's grab everyone and let's move
Postarám se o
on.
to.
Going to try and make a grab for that next train.
Jsem připravena.
Vidím nepřítele.
Zde?
Našli jsme ho. Kapitán Langer
Oh,
měl
here we
pravdu.
go. We've got
Je
some
tam
enemies
vlak,
to deal
který
with,
nás odveze
but
do Vladivostoku.
there's our
Měli
new
bychom
train.
dát co nejvíc paliva, zatímco budeme čekat na zbytek
Beautiful
legionářů, kteří
and
jsou nasazení v
very
Moskvě.
generic, I'm
Červení
sure.
asi nebudú mať radosť, že sa im snažíme prebrať vlak. Tento raz sa ani nebudú obťažovať, aby nám povedali, že máme zložiť zbranie.
Vaše rozkazy, pane. Jasná vec.
Připraven, pane. Postarám se o to.
Ja prevěru.
Zde. Už jdu.
Čekám. Postarám se o to.
Jako by se stalo.
Príprave, to je lepšia možnosť. Áno. Áno.
Alright, looks like we're gonna have to hold
Vidím nepřítele.
Hold
Rozkaz,
the-
postarám se o to.
the point here from a couple of waves of enemies.
Poslouchám.
We'll set up some of our guys in a bit of more strategic position. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to come from, but we've got one machine gun here, so that's good.
Připraven. Zaujímám pozici.
Áno? Zaujímam pozíciu.
Áno.
Kryjem sa. Vaše rozkazy, pane. Tuto
Vidím
pôjde.
Alright,
nepřítele.
they've been dealt with. Oh, I've got more enemies coming from side here,
Měním pozici.
the south. Get some men in cover. Try not to lose anyone. Again, I feel like we'll probably try and want to preserve as many men as we can, because that'll carry over with what we start the next phase of the game with.
Počúvam. Ako rozkážete, pane.
Povídejte! Zaujímám pozici.
I'm not sure if friendly fire is a thing in this, but we'll try to get our allies out of the line of fire, just in case.
To má být vtip?
Poslouchám! Rozumím. Vidím nepriateľa.
Alright, so we've got another squad coming from this
Ako to
direction,
mám
so
urobiť?
let's get some people over there to clear them out.
Hľadám kryt.
Áno.
Kto zdes?
Lúče pojdi glianúť.
Idem do útoku. Vaše rozkazy?
Let's see if we can get a bit of a tactical grenade in there.
Hádžem
Try and
granát!
deal with them in one go.
Ujímám pozici.
Perfect. Fortunately, they did get a couple of shots on our men, but not the end of the world.
Už idem.
Let me see if there's anything else around this corner. Looks like we have to get fuel for the train,
Áno,
so
pane.
we've just got a little over halfway.
Pozriem sa. Presne tak, pane.
Seems like the rest might be just in this little area.
Podľa rozkazu. Áno. Už idem.
Áno? Hľadám kryt.
Som tu. Poď, presúvam sa! Vidím nepriateľa! Nech si to!
Vaše rozkazy,
Oh shit, looks like we lost one of our men. He got ambushed in the back. I'll have to deal with these guys quickly. Getting flanked like that is just not good. Alright, he's dealt with. See if we can get this last one. Might have to get a grenade to deal with him. He's behind some pretty good cover.
Nech si to! Jdu do krytu!
Perfect. One way to deal. Probably a bit of a waste of a grenade, to be honest, but I don't have a lot of options right now, and having the men come out alive with this is more important than a grenade, so that's what I chose to go with.
Samozřejmě.
Připravený. Vyrážám.
The regrettable events in Moscow claimed the lives of Major Gazdik and many brave legionnaires. Morozov's savage attack will not be forgiven. However, the arrival of Captain Langer and his unit has helped with morale. All is not lost, the journey continues. Upon learning of Major Gazdik's demise, the Czechoslovakian provisional government sent orders with your promotion from captain to major. This is not how you imagine to move up the ranks, but here you are. The responsibility of leading soldiers to Vladivostok suddenly rests heavily on your shoulders. The soldiers took the new leadership well, but Captain Langer seemed taken aback. Nevertheless, Captain Gaznik turned to Langer to serve as a valuable advisor, and so will you.
S naším velícím důstojníkem jsem se poprvé potkal v Moskvě. Bylo to v předvečer revoluce a město bylo plné strachu z občanské války. Rudí vydali ultimátum, které vedlo k násilí. Přišli jsme o majora Gazdíka i spoustu dobrých vojáků. Československá legie byla vnímána jako hrozba, protože jsme byli profesionální armáda bez jasné příslušnosti. Dostat se vlakem do Vladivostoku a nalodit se na plavbu domů. Překvapilo mě, že mi neřekli, abych tohle tažení vedl. Navzdory mým zkušenostem z pole. Místo toho jsem byl pouhým poradcem a pobočníkem našeho velitele. Bylo to neslýchané. Ale tehdy jsem neměl žádný dobrý důvod pochybovat o naší prozatímní vládě. Z Moskvy jsme utekli živí jen o vlásek, ale podařilo se nám zajistit obrněný vlak na naši dlouhou a náročnou cestu. Majore, informovali mě o vašem povýšení. Já jsem kapitán Langer. Můj služební záznam si můžete přečíst později. Přiřadili mě k vaší jednotce, abych vám dělal pobočníka a mohu-li být smělý také poradce. Takže přišly nám rozkazy od prozatímní vlády Československé republiky. Chválí naši hrdinskou oběť na východní frontě, která pomohla zajistit nezávislost naší nové republiky. Rusko se však oficiálně nachází ve stavu občanské války a naši staří váleční nepřátelé zatarasili všechny přímé cesty na západ. Abychom se dostali na západ, musíme jít na východ. Tímto obrněným vlakem z Moskvy přes celou Sibiř do Vladivostoku, kde dokončíme naši evakuaci přes moře. Navíc nám nařídili neplést se do konfliktu mezi rudými a bílými. Máme zůstat neutrální a nechat ruský lid, aby si své záležitosti vyřídil sám. O tom, jak máme zůstat neutrální, pokud by na nás zaútočili, nepadlo ani slovo. Na papíře to určitě vypadalo dobře. No nic, čeká nás dlouhá a náročná cesta. Měli bychom okamžitě vyrazit a stavit se v penze pro další rozkazy.
Alright guys, we're wrapping that one up right here. That was a great battle. Very excited to start this game properly. Thanks so much for joining me for episode 2, and please remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed this content, and please subscribe if you feel like you want to watch some more of this. Have a great day everyone. Bye.